Hello, and welcome to the Raccoon Review. This is a channel where I review media. If that sounds vague, then you'd be right. This isn't a channel that will review just one type of media, but will focus on various media formats, specifically 4 things: books, TV shows, movies, and video games. I'll be trying 12 things this year, one every month, and will hopefully, fingers crossed, upload a review on the last day of the month. These reviews will follow a cycle. First a book, then a TV show or a movie, then a video game, and then it'll go back to books. This will happen 4 times throughout the year for a total of 12 reviews. Here's what I'll be looking at for the year of 2024, in case you'd like to follow along or see what I'll be up to. In January, I'll be starting with a book and will read Watership Down by Richard Adams. In February, I'll be watching the Netflix series Carol and the End of the World, created by Dan Guterman. In March, I'll be playing the video game Small Saga by Daria Nogani. In April, I'll read A Canticle for Leibowitz by Walter M. Miller Jr. In May, I'll be watching Leonard Bernstein's biopic Maestro, directed by Bradley Cooper. In June, I'll be playing Outer Wilds, developed by Mobius Digital and published by Annapurna Interactive. In July, I'll be reading the first book of the Dresden Files, Stormfront, written by Jim Butcher. In August, I'll be watching Scavenger's Reign, created by Joseph Bennett and Charles Hutner. In September, I'll be playing Ori and the Blind Forest, developed by Moon Studios. In October, I'll be reading The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. In November, I'll be watching Score, a film music documentary directed by Matt Schrader. And in December, to finish off the year, as a treat for myself, I'll be playing Rivals 2, developed by Aether Studios. Yes, I know the game isn't out yet, but if it doesn't release by December, then I'll play Bits and Bops by Tempo Lab Games. If that game's not out by then I'll play The Big Catch by Filet Group, and if that one's not out either, then I'll play one that is out, Bug Fables and the Everlasting Sapling, developed by Moonsprout Games. Now, you may be asking yourself, why? Why do a variety review channel? Also, there are thousands of people out there just like you. Why should I watch you specifically? And to that last question, I can say confidently, I don't know. Maybe you'll like what I have to say. Maybe you really like the things I'm reviewing. I'm not expecting to get any more than 5 subscribers, but I'd love for you to prove me wrong. As for that first question though, I have to talk about the past few years. Starting in 2021, I made the very bold decision to start working full-time as a music freelancer. I mostly focus on music directing for theater groups, but I also work a bunch of different odd jobs to make ends meet. I'm happy with my decision, as stressed out as I may be on a daily basis, but I absolutely love my work and am so lucky and blessed to be able to do what I do for a living. However, in the past year or so, I've noticed that I genuinely don't really have any hobbies or interests outside of work, and most of my free time is spent staring into the void of social media, mostly Twitter and Tumblr. My partner's made the comment to me more than once that I should really try consuming new media for my enjoyment, rather than doom scroll and zone out into the vast expanse of the social media sphere every now and then, and normally I'd say, I'm too tired. But with the new year coming up, I realize that he's right. I really should be trying new things. You see, back in 2020, when the global pandemic happened and we were all placed in quarantine, I suddenly had absolutely way too much time on my hands, and my housemates and I had no idea what to do with ourselves. For a while, we were all just lying around doing absolutely nothing, but eventually, we turned on the television and started watching a different movie or TV show basically every day. I played some video games. Hell, I even read a few books, and if you know me, you know that I do not read. And as miserable as I was for not being able to work, I discovered a lot of new media, shows and movies that I will be forever touched by, like The Midnight Gospel or The Titanic. Listen, I was born in 1997, and my parents didn't have this on either DVD or VCR, and honestly, isn't it better that I watched it eventually rather than not at all? I read through a couple of the Redwall books, specifically Redwall and Martin the Warrior, and then I also played Paper Mario the Origami King. I guess this YouTube channel is really me just trying to connect with that part of myself that wants to try new things and experience art that other people made. It's also a way to hold myself accountable. So, if you're like me and have found yourself caught in an endless loop between working and social media, take a moment and try some stuff with me. Follow for the whole year, or just follow for the months that you're interested in, or just watch the reviews to see if you might like the things that I look at. I don't know what these reviews are going to look like just yet, but you can probably expect a general rating out of 10 and whether or not I'd recommend it. Also, I realize that my opinions and thoughts are not going to be yours exactly, and that's how it should be. So, if you want to get a general sense of the kinds of things I'm going to like, here's a list of some of my favorite TV shows, movies, and video games. I don't have any books listed because really I do not read a lot, and honestly, these lists may be a little outdated since I haven't really consumed media that much in the past couple of years. If you'd like to participate with me in this, I'll be most likely trying to finish whatever I'm looking at for the month within the first 2 weeks. So, from January 1st through the 14th, I'll be knocking out Watership Down. I'm also including an invite to a Discord server for the channel in the description if you'd like to talk about any of the things I'll be looking at. There's a discussion channel and a spoilers channel, just in case you want to talk about something before the first 2 weeks are done, or if you want to talk about something later on in that thing series. And if you have any suggestions for things I should look at, feel free to send them my way in the Discord. Maybe I'll save them for next year, or experiment with something like rapid reviews, where I just talk about something at a microphone for like 5 minutes once I've finished it. The main focus will be on the 12 pieces of media mentioned already though. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in about a month to talk about Watership Down. Also, if you like the art or the music in the video, it was made by me. So, if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord or comment below, and if you like what I'm doing, feel free to leave a like and hit subscribe to join me on this journey to start liking things again. Oh, and if you came here looking for a review of a raccoon, I give this little guy a 10 out of 10. Look at him. Not a single thought in that head of his. This is the Raccoon Review, and I'll catch you later.